Welcome to tonight's top news stories from around the world. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Let's get started with the headlines making waves right now. Trump's first month transformed US policies and leadership. Trump criticized Zelensky and pushed for peace talks on Ukraine war. Trump called AP a radical left media over Gulf of America dispute. Trump allowed Elon Musk to inspect Fort Knox gold reserves. Salman Rushdie's attacker found guilty of attempted murder. Trump administration removed acting ICE director. Trump names Alice Johnson as pardonor to review clemency cases. Judge delayed NYC Mayor Eric Adams' corruption trial but did not dismiss charges. Trudeau mocked Trump after Canada beat USA in hockey final. NATO commander stands by orders as Trump criticizes Zelensky. Bus crash in Brazil killed 12 university students, injured 21. And LAFC ranked most valuable MLS team again, Messi's Miami second. You were listening to Headlines, now news in detail. President Donald Trump completed his first month in office and his administration reported major progress. Departments highlighted their achievements as they followed Trump's policies to improve the country. The Department of Homeland Security strengthened border security and increased law enforcement efforts to make communities safer. The Department of the Interior took steps to boost American energy production and protect public lands. The Department of Education worked to expand school choice and remove political influence from classrooms. The Department of Housing and Urban Development focused on making housing more affordable and helping people become self-sufficient. The Department of State followed Trump's America First policy to strengthen the country's global position. The Department of Transportation removed excessive regulations and gave consumers more choices. The Department of Defense prioritized rebuilding the military and restoring its strength. The Department of Health and Human Services moved away from past gender policies and promoted family-centered healthcare. Trump's administration plans to continue these policies in the coming months. Officials said they will focus on making America stronger, safer, and more independent as they move forward. President Trump criticized Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, saying he was sick of how Zelensky handled Ukraine's war with Russia. In a radio interview, Trump said Zelensky had no cards in negotiations and made it hard to reach a peace deal. The U.S. worked with international partners to push for peace talks. Recently, top U.S. officials met Russian representatives in Saudi Arabia without Ukraine. After the meeting, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said discussions included reopening embassies and possible economic benefits for Russia if the war ended. Trump said Zelensky was not important in negotiations. He blamed him for making peace difficult and said Ukraine had suffered major destruction. Trump also said he had very good talks with Putin but not with Ukraine. Zelensky responded, saying he would not accept any US-Russia deal without Ukraine. He also said Putin feared Trump and believed Trump could push for peace. Some Republicans disagreed with Trump's stance. Senator John Kennedy said Putin started the war, while Senator Thom Tillis blamed Putin alone for the invasion. Trump, however, insisted peace talks were the only way to stop further destruction. President Trump criticized the Associated Press, calling it a radical left organization for refusing to use the name Gulf of America instead of the Gulf of Mexico. Trump renamed the body of water in his first month in office and restricted AP journalists' access to the White House until they followed the order. The White House also blocked AP from Air Force One and the Oval Office, arguing that the agency ignored an official name change. During a speech to the Republican Governors Association, Trump said AP treated his administration unfairly. He added that the White House would continue excluding AP from press events. Trump also suggested AP could face legal action but did not explain further. AP defended its position, stating that the Gulf of Mexico had carried its name for over 400 years and that Trump's order applied only within the U.S. Businessman Elon Musk supported Trump, calling AP associated propaganda on social media. Fox News and Newsmax, along with other media outlets, urged the White House to lift the restrictions on AP. Some news organizations signed a letter to the White House Correspondents Association requesting access for AP. President Trump said Elon Musk would inspect the gold reserves at Fort Knox to confirm the gold was still there. Fort Knox, a highly secure depository in Kentucky, has stored U.S. gold reserves since 1937. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent assured that annual audits confirmed all gold was accounted for. Trump, speaking to Republican governors, said, "We are going to open the doors. We are going to inspect Fort Knox. I don't want to open it and find the cupboards bare." Fort Knox also serves as the Army's Human Resources Command Center and hosts major training events. The gold depository, built in 1936, is heavily guarded, and few people know the full security procedures. The U.S. Mint stated that only small gold samples had been removed for purity tests, with no major transfers for many years. The vaults have rarely been opened to visitors. In 1974, journalists and lawmakers toured the facility after rumors about missing gold. In 2017, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin visited. Bessent said he would allow interested senators to inspect the reserves, reinforcing Fort Knox's reputation for security. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Hadi Matar, the man who attacked author Salman Rushdie in 2022, was found guilty of attempted murder after an 8-day trial in Chautauqua County Court. Matar, 27 years old, ran onto the stage at the Chautauqua Institution in New York and stabbed Rushdie more than a dozen times in the neck, stomach, chest, hand, and right eye. Rushdie, now 77, survived but was left partially blind. He testified in court saying he initially thought he was being punched but then saw blood covering his clothes. Matar pleaded not guilty and his lawyer argued that prosecutors failed to prove he intended to kill Rushdie. However, the jury saw a slow-motion video of the attack. District Attorney Jason Schmidt said the attack was unprovoked and targeted. There were many people there, but only one was attacked. Matar, a dual citizen of the US and Lebanon, did not testify. He has been in jail without bail since the attack. The jury quickly reached a guilty verdict. He will be sentenced soon and could face a long prison term. The Trump administration removed Caleb Vitello from his role as acting director of immigration and Customs Enforcement, according to former and current senior officials from the Department of Homeland Security. Vitello's removal happened after President Donald Trump and Border Czar Tom Homan expressed frustration over the low number of deportations. Homan was also upset about media leaks from ICE, which he said caused fewer arrests than expected in some operations. A senior DHS official confirmed that Vitello would remain with ICE handling enforcement, arrests, and field operations. The official also said that a new acting ICE director would be announced soon. The administration has been focusing on stricter immigration enforcement, and Trump has repeatedly called for increased deportations. The decision to replace Vitello signals a push for more aggressive actions on immigration. Once the new ICE director is named, they are expected to implement stronger measures in line with the administration's policies. President Trump appointed Alice Johnson as his pardon czar to help recommend people for clemency. Johnson, 69 years old, was released from prison in 2018 after Trump commuted her life sentence for drug charges. He later gave her a full pardon. Trump announced her new role during a Black History Month event at the White House. He said Johnson would find people who deserved pardons just like her case. Johnson was convicted in 1996 for leading a drug ring and was sentenced to life in prison. Reality star Kim Kardashian had helped bring her case to Trump's attention. Since starting his second term, Trump has pardoned hundreds of people, including those convicted in the January 6 Capitol attack and former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich. Presidents have the power to pardon federal crimes. Usually, the Justice Department reviews cases, but Trump has often made his own decisions. Johnson will now help him in this process. A federal judge delayed New York City Mayor Eric Adams' corruption trial indefinitely but did not dismiss the charges. The trial was set to start in April. Judge Dale Ho ordered both sides and an independent legal expert to review if the charges should be dropped. Attorney Paul Clement, a former U.S. Solicitor General, was appointed to provide independent arguments. The Justice Department had moved to dismiss the case on February 10, saying Adams should not face charges. However, top prosecutors resigned in protest, accusing the government of using legal power for political deals. Adams denied any wrongdoing and said he never broke the law. New York Governor Kathy Hochul said she would not remove Adams but would introduce new rules to limit his authority. The judge set deadlines for legal arguments and might hold another hearing in March. The case remains open and charges could be refiled in the future. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau celebrated after Canada defeated the US 3-2 in overtime to win the Four Nations face-off final. He took a jab at President Trump, posting on social media, "You can't take our country and you can't take our game." Before the match, Trump encouraged Team USA, claiming Canada could become America's 51st state. The game was intense, with Canada scoring first through Nathan MacKinnon. The US took a 2-1 lead after goals from Brady Tkachuk and Jake Sanderson. However, Canada equalized before Connor McDavid scored the game-winning goal in overtime. Tensions between the two nations have increased, with Trump threatening tariffs on Canada. Vice President J.D. Vance joked before the game that if Canada lost, tariffs would be even higher. For now, Canada's hockey victory may help keep trade tensions steady, but Trump's policies toward Canada remain uncertain. Near Romania's border with Ukraine, about 10,000 NATO troops trained for a sudden attack in a major exercise called Steadfast Dirt 25. 9 allied countries participated, but the US did not. The training happened as President Trump blamed Ukraine and President Zelensky for the war, calling him a dictator. Zelensky said Trump was influenced by Russian disinformation. Retired US General Keith Kellogg, Trump's envoy, held talks with Zelensky in Kiev. The US later cancelled a joint press conference. However, Kellogg described the talks as extensive and positive. Zelensky said the meeting restored hope. In Romania, US Navy Admiral Stuart Munch, a NATO commander, was asked about Trump's views. He confirmed NATO saw Russia's invasion as unprovoked but said he followed orders that I have. NATO relies heavily on the US, but Trump has pushed Europe to spend more on defense. The future of US support for NATO remains uncertain. A tragic bus crash in Brazil's São Paulo state killed 12 university students and injured 21 others. The accident happened on February 20, 2025, when a bus carrying students collided with a truck. State Governor Tarcísio Freitas confirmed the tragedy in a message on social media, calling it a terrible accident. Emergency teams quickly responded and the injured were taken to nearby hospitals for treatment. Authorities said the crash took place in the southeastern region of São Paulo and investigations were underway to determine the cause. The accident caused major traffic delays in the area. Officials are expected to release more details about the victims and the investigation. Families of the students are receiving support, and the government has promised a full review of road safety in the region. Authorities will continue to investigate, and new safety measures may be introduced to prevent similar accidents in the future. Let's have a look on today's sports story. Los Angeles FC remained the most valuable Major League Soccer team for the third straight year, according to Forbes 2025 rankings released on February 21, 2025. LAFC's value rose 4% to $1.25 billion, nearly double the league's $690 million average. Inter Miami, boosted by Lionel Messi's arrival in July 2023, ranked second with a valuation of $1.2 billion, a 17% increase from last year. Forbes reported that Miami's value had doubled since 2022, thanks to record sponsorships and rising fan engagement. During the 2024 MLS season, Miami finished with a league record 74 points and Messi won MVP, but the team was eliminated in the first playoff round. LA Galaxy $1 billion, Atlanta United $975 million, and New York City FC $875 million completed the top 5. Expansion club San Diego FC, which started playing in 2025, was not included in the rankings. MLS team values are expected to keep rising in the coming years. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 20,149.85. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 78.35 points or 0.39%. Tokyo stock close price is 38,776.94. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 98.90 points or 0.26%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,379.11. The Shanghai index is increased by 28.33 points or 0.85%. Hong Kong stock close price is 23,477.92. The Hang Seng Index is increased by 900.94 points or 3.99%. Bombay stock close price is 75,311.06. The Sensex Index is decreased by 424.90 points or 0.56%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Trump's first month transformed U.S. policies and leadership. Trump criticized Zelensky and pushed for peace talks on Ukraine war. Trump called AP a radical left media over Gulf of America dispute. Trump allowed Elon Musk to inspect Fort Knox gold reserves. Salman Rushdie's attacker found guilty of attempted murder. Trump administration removed acting ICE director. Trump names Alice Johnson as pardonser to review clemency cases. Judge delayed NYC Mayor Eric Adams' corruption trial but did not dismiss charges. Trudeau mocked Trump after Canada beat USA in hockey final. NATO commander stands by orders as Trump criticizes Zelensky. Bus crash in Brazil killed 12 university students, injured 21. And LAFC ranked most valuable MLS team again, Messi's Miami second. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.